Hi, I'm Steve Erickson from MidlifeSolopreneur.com.
And I'm Jake Erickson from FlowCampaigns.com.
This is our daily debrief where we're going through what we've been working on today and also some tips and strategies for what you can do in your own business. So, Jake, what is the day today?
Yeah, so today is August 24th and it is episode 29 of the podcast.
Excellent.
Cool.
And today we want to talk about being prepared, like scouts, really.
Okay.
I've had a couple of instances lately, and we also want to share some experiences we have in terms of the summit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is to be prepared with the information that you want to send out to people on a regular basis, even if it only happens once in the blue moon. For me, it was a case of a potential client coming and wanting more information. And it took me time to actually gather the information I needed to send out. And so my response got delayed by a couple of hours. And you never know when your response is delayed, whether you will then have missed the opportunity to connect with them. And they might not be reading it and be in the same frame of mind. They might not be ready to make a decision when you're emailing them back. Because when they're asking, hey, tell me more because I'm interested in buying, you basically lose the opportunity. So first of all, have things ready yourself. And then, Jake, what is the experience we've had with the summit and the speakers?
Yeah, so for this summit, we've actually had an application form where we're essentially using that to capture the information from the speakers and help us make the assessment of who we want to be speaking at the summit. And as well, we want to be able to have an overview of what they're talking about, the title of their presentation and things like that. And what we're noticing naturally, I think, is that when people are filling out the whole form and submitting everything, it's much easier to make a decision about whether they're a good fit or not. And people who fill blanks in the form and say, I'll decide on this later, we're less likely to give them a spot in the summit because we just know less and we're less able to make the decision.
Yeah.
So, if you're going out, it's very good to have a headshot ready. It's good to have a go-to talk that you can do for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that you know pretty well, and you can just kind of show up at a moment's notice and deliver that. It's good to have a lead magnet that you're going to be using. It's just good to have all these things prepared because if an opportunity to speak or to network in an event does come up, you need to be ready to that and capitalize on the opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And to give you an example now, we talked about the speakers at the summit. So we can, of course, chase the speakers who have registered their interest and saying, hey, remember to submit your talk. Mm-hmm. But quite frankly, if you have enough speakers to fill the summit, when you're still waiting for information from other people, then it's better to, listen, it's human. We want to complete it. We want to make sure we have the lineup. We have a lot of other tasks. So we'll just fill it with the people who have sent us the information first.
Yeah, it's natural. And I think if you're comparing one person who hasn't filled out the form because they don't have the information to hand versus someone who has completed the whole thing, done it quickly, it's much easier to choose the person that has completed the whole thing.
Yeah.
And, that can potentially be a miss on our part of missing out on a great speaker because they haven't filled out the form, but it's also a miss on their part because they don't now have the opportunity to present themselves either.
Yeah.
It's really, it benefits everyone if you are prepared and you're ready to share your information at a moment's notice. So, for instance, we have midlifesolopreneur.com/connect, which is an overview of all the different ways to get in touch with you. So now, whenever we want to be able to share your contact information, that's the link that we use, and that's it. That's all we need to do. And we'll be creating packages ready for when clients or potential event organizers are requesting more information as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the other thing is that if somebody sends in a form, excuse me, if somebody sends in a form and it says to be decided or information coming later, it also gives us as arrangers of the summit the uncertainty. Will they be ready in time? Yeah. How much do we have to chase for this to happen? Because for us, the fear from our side is that we come to the summit day and the speaker doesn't turn up because they're not ready and they decide not to do it. And okay, we're sitting here for 45 minutes with maybe 20, maybe 50, maybe 100 people on the call who tuned in to listen to something. And
we have to fill the time ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think there's another good point as well there is, as we're presenting a summit, we want to make it as attractive as possible to all the attendees. And us having the information about what the talks will be helps us promote it in the right way. We can say, we know that this speaker is going to be talking about this topic, or tune in at this time to catch a very valuable talk on X. But if we don't have that information, naturally our promotion is going to be very generic as well, which means that less people are likely to be interested and turn up.
Yeah.
So, it's really in everyone's best interest to have that information to hand. So, really our lesson for today is be prepared, have things ready to go, have a template in your email that you can just send to people with all your contact information, for instance. And, it really goes a long way in facilitating and cutting down on the time spent back and forth chasing, and really enables you to act on things quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think that was it for today. We are continuing to work hard on the summit, and also give a shout out very quickly to Kimberly Hopscheid and Ginny Trask, who's helping us with managing all the speakers and the information that we are giving to them and interviewing, and making sure that we are staying on track to actually deliver the summit, because that is now less than a week away.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that, and we are working hard to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Cool.
Speak to you tomorrow. Oh, and remember, like it, share it, review it.
All that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.